Find product links below and hundreds more videos on my channel.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk to you about the very common issue with photography and video equipment of things not connecting very well to each other. And so the most common example of this is the camera, spinning on top of the quick release plate system or on top of whatever it is that you have it connected onto. And so my solution to this is the Giottos quick release plate system. And now I know a lot of you don't use, this, you use something else like Manfrotto quick releases or whatever. Now, I'm not saying that you need to buy new heads or anything like that. That's actually one of the reasons that I love these things so much. First of all, they allow me to, for a very low cost, I have 4 of these, and that allows me to choose my fluid head systems or anything else like that without ever having to think about what plate it has. And, for example, a lot of you would be using, let's say, for example, Manfrotto, and then the next fluid head that you want to get Manfrotto again because you want the plate to fit. So for a very low cost, these things allow me to just sit on top of to connect everything on top of everything without ever having to worry about my things not being compatible. Secondly, they allow me to connect things very, very quickly and very, very strongly. And I'll actually demonstrate that in a second. But basically, I have these sitting on top of everything. And the only times I need to use 2 screws to connect them to get, to get the strength that I need is with a slider. So for example, this is the part that sits below the slider, and then this would be below the slider like that. And so I'd have 2 screws on the plate, and I've shown this before in use, and then there's multiple screws underneath here to prevent this thing from spinning. But that is sort of just trying to make it as strong as possible, and the slider does need a lot more strength than pretty much anything else. With most other things, I simply have a piece of rubber underneath this, and that allows me to connect just as strong as I need to. Here I do have a piece of rubber as well, but normally I just have this. For example, this piece that sits on top of the slider doesn't need to have anything else, just a piece of plastic, a piece of rubber, a piece of silicone from like the local dollar store or whatever. So that's how on larger things I prevent it from spinning. But the thing that makes this so great is, first of all, that it's very quick to connect. So these plates don't ever require any sort of tool system. So, I just connect it using my fingers and the D-ring. But the D-ring system here, I think this is one of the reasons that it's so strong, is that it puts extra pressure onto here using this it's a mixture of plastic and metal. It's a metal plate, and underneath it, there's another really thin plastic plate. So basically that allows me to lock this down with just finger strength. And then even though it's sitting here, I'm demonstrating this with the A7S because it's got a really small area of contact with the plate. And so even on this really small area, it's actually smaller than you think it is because it's got this sort of curved edge on both sides. So it's a really, really narrow area of contact. Even with this narrow area of contact, this thing is now so strong that I can't even move it out of position with my hand strength. I'm a pretty strong guy. So let me demonstrate that, and it will actually hold more than 5 kilograms, but this is the largest weight that I had. So I've got a little luggage scale here, and I'm going to set it to kilograms, and okay, so 4.65, so it's close to 5 kilograms. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to connect it underneath this. I'm going to connect it to the quick release plate. And then this should give you a rough idea of just how strong this is. So I'm going to tie it as close to the edge as possible so that it's putting as much pressure onto, to twisting it as possible. And I'm just going to do something like that. Okay, and of course that's the reason I have this pillow here, because I don't want this thing to break anything. So, okay, so I'm going to hold it like this, and that's it. So, as you can see, just using hand strength without even having to get, a tool or a coin or anything like that to lock it down. Just with hand strength, it's strong enough to lift up that 5 kilogram weight sideways, meaning, sideways pressure. So with any follow focus system or whatever, it's not going anywhere. And so that's why I love these things. They're just incredibly quick to use, incredibly strong, really, really durable. I've had these things for years, and they make my entire workflow really quick for a very low cost. So I'll have links to these down below. I will hopefully I've helped you in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course if you have questions, then feel free to ask me in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.